Scenario 2. Setting, nursing home. Your father, George, is 72 years old and has been recently diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. He has just been transferred to a nursing home. Upon your first visit today, you notice that your father does not want to talk to you and has completely ignored his lunch, which worries you a lot. This has not happened before.
George, a 72-year-old patient diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease that has been progressing swiftly, has been admitted to your facility. Today is his daughter's first time visiting. The daughter is worried about her father's condition and realizes that she does not know much about Alzheimer's.
Speaking test, sample test 2. This test is published and recorded by 9.09er English. This recording is copyright. Good morning. My name is Candice Bryant. Can you state your full name, please?
My name is Muhammad Aditya.
You are taking a test for nursing, is that correct?
Yes.
You will play the professional part and I will play the patient or a relative. The goal of the 5-minute role play is for you to demonstrate your ability to interact with your patient in an effective manner. Utilize your skills to carry out the role as much as you can. Do you have questions?
Thank you. I have none.
You have 3 minutes to get ready. If there is anything you're unsure of, feel free to ask me any questions. Additionally, you can write down any notes you choose on the role-playing card. When the 3 minutes are up, I will let you know. Begin preparing now. You may start.
Hi, Felicia. How may I help you?
Hello, John. Can I ask you a few questions about my father? I'm a bit worried about his condition.
Yes, certainly. What seems to be the problem?
Well, I just have a few concerns. First of all, my father has not eaten his lunch yet. Is he losing his appetite?
It appears you're a bit worried. I want you to know that your father, George, occasionally requires to be reminded of his meals. He has not lost his appetite. In fact, it's quite the contrary. He tends to consume his meals fully. However, he sometimes forgets that it's time for lunch or supper.
I see. I tried to talk to him a while ago, but I couldn't get any information from him. He was also a bit grumpy.
Ah, yes. George can be like that from time to time. He's healthy, don't worry. He was checked by our resident doctor yesterday, and nothing was amiss. But because of his condition, there are times that he can be withdrawn.
This is the first time I have seen him like that. Before, he would always respond to questions. Even when people around him are talking, he will make it a point to interrupt to express his opinion.
I know it feels a bit different now that he has not been talking as much as he used to before. But I'm afraid this is a common occurrence among people with the same situation as George. As your father's condition progresses, you might observe some changes in his mood or communication skills. You are aware of his diagnosis, aren't you?
I know it's Alzheimer's disease, that he can be forgetful, but I didn't expect that I would not be able to even talk to him.
I am sure that it's hard for you to take all of this in. But you are right. Part of the symptoms associated with his condition is being forgetful. The disease affects your father's brain, which may lead to him losing memory, affecting his thinking skills and sometimes his ability to do simple tasks. That could be one of the reasons why he doesn't respond. Maybe he tries to remember what you're talking about, but he just couldn't.
I tried to engage him in a conversation a while ago, but he just snapped at me.
You have to be patient with your father. Imagine being the one who starts forgetting. Patients with this condition may get frustrated. Here in the facility, some patients even show anger. Since a part of the brain is affected, their thought processes are affected too. It is typical for them to express different emotions. From worry to frustration and anger, they cannot control it.
You said a while back that his condition can progress. Does that mean we cannot stop it?
There is no cure yet for Alzheimer's disease, but there are medications that help slow down the progression or at least help your father remain functional, and he has been receiving those medications already. Let's give him more time as his brain adjusts.
I hope those work.
Aside from the medical treatment he receives, we also run a program that encourages our residents to be involved in different activities. They get to socialize with one another from time to time. We have book readings, board games, crafts and art, activities that constantly challenge them mentally as a form of supportive therapy.
I feel somewhat guilty for placing him here, but those are activities that we cannot provide him at home. Everyone is relatively busy with their own lives.
I understand that you feel that it's wrong to have your father placed in our facility, but I need to reassure you that you've made the right decision. This may be difficult for you and your family, but with George here, your entire family wouldn't need to worry, because we have staff present 24/7 to keep an eye on all residents. Whenever there are activities, all our residents are monitored by our staff. Rest assured that they are not left alone on their own.
That's great to know. Please always check on my father. Before we brought him here, he had become more confused.
We will. There's always a staff assigned to monitor him daily.
By the way, I hope it isn't too much, but please ensure that my father's privacy is maintained at all times. The family is not ready yet to tell our relatives about his current status.
Don't worry. Patient safety and confidentiality are our priorities, and we value their rights as much as we value ours. All information about our residents is never released unless consent has been granted.
Great. One more thing. We will not be able to visit as often as we would want to. Please update us with my father's status from time to time.
Of course. Regular updates to families are provided, and we will inform you and your family of anything that involves your father.
Thank you. My family appreciates what you guys do for my father.
We are happy to have George here. We will take care of him.